Here's the juicy watermelon slice we will be painting today in Procreate. I will guide you step by step so you can follow along, even if you are brand new to digital art. We will use a fun digital watercolor style to layer soft washes, add shading and blend textures until your slice looks fresh and painterly. And I've linked a free fruit PDF drawing guide to help you practice. Now let's dive in. I'm gonna use the Liquefy tool. You see the curve is like more rounded. Something like that, I would say. Okay, then to the rough sketch, a new layer. The rough sketch, I'm gonna rename it as a rough sketch. This is the line art layer. Opacity for the rough sketch, I lowered it to 10%, 20%-ish. Maybe 20. And then back to the line art. Choose a brush that is suitable for line art. Then we can zoom in a little bit because we're drawing a more detailed sketch. Quick break. If you'd like to paint along with me in real-time classes, that's where the real progress happens. Inside my membership, you will unlock full workflow tutorials going from photo reference to sketch to color, plus all my exclusive brushes which are only available to my members. You will also be part of a supportive community where you can get my paint over feedback and get inspired by other members' work. If that sounds fun, check the link in the description to join. Now let's get back to painting this watermelon slice. And then underneath the line art, new layers for coloring. Let's lay down the base color for the watermelon slice. Watercolor brushes, soft fill watercolor brush. It's like I mentioned before, the first thing we do is the base color, but the base color in digital watercolor style, I recommend not looking at these kind of darker tone. The first wash of your base color should be something like the lightest color in the original shape. So it's something like that. So red, a very like a red pink, not an orange pink, not a. So I think it's like this color. Could be a bit darker, so just make the opacity a bit higher. I think that's the one. Just gonna give you this color. Gonna put our reference lower in the corner here so we can see. So again, one stroke to finish up the whole shape. Roughly into here. And then I do like to try to keep like one shape in just one stroke, so one stroke, try to finish up the whole shape. You can paint outside of the shape, that's okay, because we can use a eraser brush afterwards. I'm leaving a little bit of a white area here and there. And then let's use eraser brush. Okay, that is the base color for the watermelon. And then for the green area, maybe this green is gonna work. This one. Yeah. This size is too big for the brush. Okay, that is a base color. And then I'm gonna group them because this is base colors. I think some artists like to call it base colors. Some like to say it as basic colors. They mean the same thing. Duplicate it, and then we can alpha lock everything. Alpha lock, and then we're gonna add a very basic shading. I'm gonna just first rename this curve. To the watermelon slice layer. Sponge watercolor brush. Let's give it a darker red. So anything that is, the light is clearly from this angle, right? So anything to the back needs to be darker. That is too dark. Also here, and here, they are darker. Opacity a bit higher. Here's darker. Here's darker. And then I see here I see more like purple, like this color, a bit more bright. Area also, little corner here, also here. I think the edge you see, because here I see some very bright color, adding that in. It's too much. Okay, and then we can use the smudge tool. All those colors that we added, let's like blend them together. You can unlock the alpha lock when you are doing the blending, so that they can really be like blended together. Here, quite an important step. See, we can blend them. Blend the edges a bit. We can also give, you can also use the Smudge watercolor brush as a painting brush. So I see here we can give it some green. Alright my friends, I loved painting these juicy watermelon slices with you. Such a fun subject for practicing digital watercolor textures in Procreate. Don't forget, the free PDF fruit guide is linked in the description, and if you want to dive deeper, the full real-time classes, exclusive brushes, and paint over feedback are all waiting inside my membership. If you'd like to keep going right now, I recommend watching my peach watercolor tutorial next. It's a perfect follow-up to this lesson. Thank you for painting with me, and I will see you in my next video.